Hello everyone and welcome back to Disco Elysium episode 39. In the last episode, we finished talking to the drunk people for now. We heard a interesting story from one of them, and apparently he has a lot more stories if we just give him more alcohol, which obviously we shouldn't do, but we may do it. We actually already found another bottle of alcohol, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's in the tool. I always forget it's in the tools. Yeah, I got potent pilsner, which is great. Also, we learned a little bit about the history of this big building here from this dude over there with his child. Anyway, let's get started here. So we have a thought here, so let's check this out.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years.
Try to see inside.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside? Point at the windows.
No, I won't even try. You know,
He takes his glasses off.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Oh.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Can you still shoot, though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
Well, you didn't pass my shooting experiment. You didn't shoot at the belt where the corpse was hanging. But so did I not do that either, so... whoops. We cannot be very critical of that. Anyway, we noticed in the ending of last episode that there is a guy that fits the description of the guy we're looking for. The cryptozoologist. At least I think so. I mean, these guys definitely look like some sort of adventurers. So let's talk to them in this episode. Tiny cages carefully constructed. Hello? I'm gonna walk all the way here.
Nice
There
and
he
easy.
is.
No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There he is. The moral, the cryptozoologist. Lena's husband. Awesome.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary the crypto-fascist. Okay.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle
Oh, yes. We finished the thought of the remote viewers, the thing. We finished that one. Awesome. Well, let's check that out after this. So you must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, Lena sent me. Actually, John, I keep struggling with pronunciation of Lena. Is it Lena or Lena? Lena. I don't know. I'm gonna say Lena. You know what? I'm just gonna say something. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for
70
passing along the
experience.
message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the A81.
Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. Should we be honest? I don't think he's gonna be too mad about it.
You broke the water lock with a motor carriage? There was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
No, it was all me. I caused your delay and I'm sorry, but you can return now. Well, that's gonna go to the sorry cop thing. But I guess we can sometimes be sorry. I don't know why I'm telling him this, but whatever.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, Tell her
Okay.
I won't be long.
Lena. Lena. Okay, that's how it's pronounced. I see.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind. So tell me about this plasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
So, what sorts of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolve, without studying a live specimen.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid.
Hell yeah, I love it. How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
He leaves the conclusion up to you.
Seems puny, to be honest.
Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about.
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
He shakes his head. It seems to be a common occurrence in all the cryptids that no one's ever seen them. At least anyone who's alive. Still, people are studying them. Yeah, that's just that makes so much sense. Oh my gosh.
Would be glory itself.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
Kim, don't ask that.
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says brusquely, enough that even he seems taken aback by it.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
What would it be like to grasp and hold onto something you think is next to you, or just behind you, like a trace of vapor you exhaled one spring morning as a child? This is what he's searching for. A spectre.
What makes you think the phasmid is here in Martinez?
There was a credible sighting here recently. A pair of teenagers described a creature that matched the Insulindian phasmid to an uncanny degree, despite not knowing what it was themselves. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis,
So what's that? Yeah, my encyclopedia is like, parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce.
Oh.
Makes it easier for a species to survive.
I've
in
heard
adverse
about that.
conditions.
I heard about that. Some like bugs do that, don't they? And some fish. I don't know. That's pretty clever. Females reproducing without males? A travesty. A crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me. So funny. It's a there's also like an achievement. Something like say 7 incredibly boring lines. This is kinda, to me this is not like boring, this is funny. But I'm thinking that it counts to probably that. That's pretty clever.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
I, by the way, got a new achievement. For some reason, the achievement doesn't like appear on screen. At least I haven't noticed it. But I got the art cup achievement, which is you have to say 5 art cup lines. And then I also got, I don't remember if I mentioned this, but I got the deranged superstar achievement because I said 7 deranged superstar lines. So that's nice. I have now 3 achievements out of like 40. Obviously not gonna get all of these because we're not, we can't do that probably. I don't think you can get all achievements during one gameplay. That would be quite wild. Anyway, tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed the traps?
Yes.
I'm practicing the name here. Lena. How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
He looks out where Lena would be.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
That guy has a particularly annoying looking face. It's just one of those faces that you don't like to look at.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena. Come on, you're doing this for yourself, not her.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it.
What?
A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She sighted the phasmid?
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
He coughs, then continues.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Absolutely.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Another cough into his fist this time. Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back and check the traps later. You should give up on this bug hunt. Okay, I understand. I don't give up on things either. Well, this last one is true, but maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up?
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this.
What if we check the traps for you? I want to put my hand on Kim's mouth. He's gonna say something about it.
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
He looks at you with obvious surprise. Well, we need to spend some time doing stuff. I noticed that, there is just a lot of time to do all sorts of stuff, not just, investigate the corpse, so hell yeah, I want to help you catch these phasmids. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar. Chaos is my method. I am its scion. I'm all in with this cryptid shit. I'm hooked. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
So where are these traps? Well, aren't they on the ground there?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near.
Oh.
Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them...
He gestures to the trap in front of him.
You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
Yes, we have plenty of time. The pursuit of knowledge is its own justification. What? Aren't you having fun?
Even relative to examining a week-old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as fun. But have it your way, detective.
If you think it's important, you have been right before.
And also, a great opportunity to investigate the places, you know? What do I do if these phasmid... what if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed.
Oh.
It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Damn. Lay it on me. Thick. He doses you with the odd-smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied nod.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
He looks at the lieutenant with disdain, then puts the spray back in his pocket. So, I'm ready, let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too.
Okay.
But what if the information is vital? On the hunt.
Well, I guess we can ask this one thing. So, how did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up, if you prod a little.
So you're living your childhood dream out here? Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too. Have you ever discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of hmnuJ, which is 4,082 items long,
Damn.
about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have proven to be real?
Yes, the Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%. Not approvingly. Then the Insulindian phasmid will be the 3rd. I don't even know what to say. That's the small number of discoveries. This?
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
The hair on your arms stand up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing.
I guess we can ask these questions. So you're living your childhood dream out here.
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
His eyes narrow. Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too.
Real? I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't. It's a profession just like any other. Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do. Cryptozoology does seem like a lot of wishful thinking. Well, this is true.
My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Your nerve endings tell you there is no such thing as a positive surprise.
Life's surprises are mostly miserable. And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
What kinds of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
Well, thanks for explaining that. Now about something else.
Yes?
Let's talk about specific cryptids. I think, let's not do that now. Yes, let's look at this. This is much more
Remote
interesting.
Viewers Division.
Hell yeah. Oh my gosh. What have we done?
It is done. You've broken loose from the confines of modern science
Sounds
and into
awesome.
the vault of extrasensory knowledge from exotic cultures. Mankind has always searched for a means to break the shackles restraining the mind. Some practice meditation. Some take like a ton of DMT. You apparently only need to rub your temples, and bam, the ether opens before you. presenting its dark secrets. Entities in the void, making contact. Definitely not just because you're rubbing your temples and talking to yourself.
Definitely not. So the bonus is -1 difficulty to all psyche passives. -1 drama, gullible hack. Okay, so these are actually both negative ones. But I'm assuming like some hilariosity, I don't know if that's a word, will ensue. Because we probably get some new dialogue options to use. So that's gonna be fun. I actually do a psyche passives. What does that mean? Well, I will probably find it out soon, but okay, interesting. It's part of us now. Oh my god, I have so many points. I'm always like, I'm gonna use my points, but then I'm like, but I should wait for, trying a void check. But I probably should like use some of these points because I think the more points you put into one skill, like more it's gonna talk, like during dialogue and stuff. It's gonna like share its opinions, which is fun. I really love Inland Empire, even though it's so like, what's happening? But for now, okay. I'm gonna start using them soon. It's just like a new area I want to investigate, Before we end this episode here, let's talk to the crypto fascist first. What is this? These loggy logs smell of ignition fluid. Still they won't light up. Okay. Hi.
Hello, I'm Gary.
Oh my god.
Very generous of you to help us out, officer.
What an annoying voice.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Oh gosh. Okay, so he's terrible.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. That sounds awfully familiar. Something to keep in mind for later.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or a degenerate, maybe even both. Nobody's perfect, I'm sure you've been tempted to drink. That's my crew.
Dark times will do that to good men.
He nods gravely, then shifts his gaze to the pile of soggy logs at his feet.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Oh, we can ask about him, about the mug. So do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
Show me your souls. Show me your goddamn souls. Is this your mug?
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said yellow man, that's not something many people go around saying. It seems as if you were calling to it longingly when you cried yellow man. I can see you recognize it. It is in your eyes.
I may have had a similar looking mug in the past. That's all.
Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching? Alright, I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer.
Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
He pauses.
You're not going to find me, are you?
I would love to. I am rip out a fine slip for 20 real. Rip out a fine slip for 100 real. For 2050 real, the maximum. Nah, Gary, I just want information. I would love to find him. I don't think we're gonna get 250 real out of him. Let's do a 20.
Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, I've been having trouble at work lately. The Koikos are price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
Let's pump it. How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do?
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags, because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changes his mind mid-sentence. Okay, this is really weird. Okay.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
This guy is not the smartest tool in the box, in many different ways.
Right. It was just civic duty.
The lieutenant remarks drooly.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts
Ow.
uncomfortably, a
What's that
series
sound?
of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where?
Okay. What's that strange sound?
What sound?
That clinking I just heard when you moved.
Really?
He fans his arms out slowly, and this time, his motions are soundless.
There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers, plastic and glass bottles. The smell of decay.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, let's move on.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
He's visibly relieved it's over. We got a composure. Why is he shifting around like that? Analyze Gary's composure. +1 clinking sound, +1 want to wear armor. Oh, so he might be wearing armor? Yeah, that might be true, like he stole one part of it. Gary. You're in trouble. Well, maybe, if you get that percentage up a little bit. Anyway, we're gonna continue talking to him in the next episode, so we don't go completely over time again in this episode. Thank you for watching this episode. Next episode, I really hope we're soon gonna get to the church. We are walking through just the world and talking to everyone here. And offering to help, apparently, to everyone. But that's what the police do. Or at least are supposed to do. Anyway, join me in the next episode. Goodbye. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.